Hey, hello, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to teach you about divorce in Vedic astrology. So, before beginning, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button. And if you have any doubt after watching this video, please to mention it in my below comment section, okay? And yes, please to like and follow my Facebook community page, Parikshith Astrology, where you can also post some astrological stuff and gain knowledge. So, let's begin the topic. I'll explain you in a very easy manner so that you can understand in a very easy way. So the planets which represent spouse in male and female charts are: in male's chart, Venus represents spouse, wife, girlfriend, because Venus represents beauty also, luxurious life also. So Venus plays a major important role in a man's chart. In female's chart, Jupiter represents husband or spouse, which becomes a very important planet for female. Mars represents boyfriend. Now coming to the sections, the first section I will explain you about the key planets, the major important planets which responsible for divorce. Section 2, important houses and their lords. Section 3, zodiac sign. Section 4, nakshatras. Section 5, degrees. Section 6, combination of planets, houses and their lords. Section 7, Vimshottari Dasha, and Section 8 will be tip of the day. Now coming to the section 1. So the key planets which acts as divorce in Vedic astrology are Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Sun. So these are naturally the malefic planets which acts as agents for divorce in marriage. So you need to be very careful about these planets. So just make a note down. Now coming to the section 2, the important houses and their lords. So the important houses are the 6,000 6,000 lord, 12,000 12,000 lord, 8,000 8,000 lord, 7,000 7,000 lord. So you need to be very careful while judging whether you will get divorce or not. So you need to be very careful about these houses and their lots. Now coming to the section 3, that is the zodiac signs. Dual signs like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Libra, naturally the 7th house sign in the Kalpurus chart. So these are all the main zodiac signs that you need to look where the person will get divorce or not, because Gemini represent dual signs. So Gemini can be actually, they can become like a mediator in marriage. So they can become this side also, they can go that side also. So you need to be very careful in these dual signs. So you need to be very careful. Now coming to the section 4, that is the nakshatras. So the important nakshatras are Rahu, Ketu nakshatras. So check if any planet like Venus, Jupiter, Mars are sitting in the Rahu, Ketu nakshatras, or if 7th house Lord is sitting in the Rahu, Ketu nakshatras. That also plays a major important role in bringing divorce in Vedic astrology for a person. So the Rahu nakshatras are Ardra, Swati, Satabhisha. The Ketu nakshatras are Ashwini, Maga and Mula. So you need to be very careful about these 6 nakshatras that I mentioned here. Now coming to the section 5, degrees. So basically degrees of the planets matters a lot. So let's say for example, if suppose Venus, so Venus represents spouse, wife or girlfriend in a man's chart, right? So if Venus is in the degree of, like say for example, in the 5 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, or even in 10 degrees, so that represents the Venus is not good. Or if Venus is in 27 degree, 28 degree or 29 degree, that also represents Venus is in not that much good. So you need to be look that degrees of the particular planets also, and you need to check the degree of the 7th house Lord, how it is. Now suppose if 7th house Lord is in a degree of 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, or if it is in 27 degree, 28 degree or 29 degree, you need to be very careful. Now the degrees of the planet should be between 10 to 20 degree. Now that shows it will give very good results, especially 100% results it will give you. Now coming to the section 6, combination of planets, houses and their lords. Now, if Sun is sitting in the 7th house, you need to be very careful because Sun burns things wherever it sits. Sun also represents your ego. So you might be having lot of ego with your partner or with your spouse, and it also burns your relationship. Now, if Mars is sitting in the 7th house, Mars represents your aggressive nature, or it also represents separation from your spouse. Saturn in the 7th house or with the 7th house lord or aspecting 7th lord, or if Saturn is also aspecting the 7th house, that can also bring divorce. If Sun and Mars are in the 7th house or aspecting it, then that also has a lot of chance that the person will get divorced. Now, if Rahu is in the 7th house, or Rahu is with the 7th house lord, or Rahu is aspecting the 7th house or aspecting the 7th house lord, that also you need to be very careful about it. If Ketu is in the 7th house or aspecting the 7th house lord or with the 7th house lord, that also you need to be very careful. Or 7th house lord is in the 6th house, because 6th house is the 12th house from the 7th house, right? So it has just moved 12th from itself, that represent divorce might also happen. So 12th house represents isolation, separation and all, so you need to be very careful in that manner. If 7th house lord is in the 12th house except Venus, because Venus will be exalted or Venus will be sitting in the own sign, so you need to be very careful. And 7th house lord is in the 8th house. Some cases it doesn't like for Cancer ascendant, so you need to be very careful at looking that and all. Now, if 6th house lord is in the 7th house, or 6th house lord is with 7th house lord, or 6th house lord is aspecting the 7th house lord, some way or the other, you need to be very careful. Or if Venus is with Mars, Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, that also represents failure in marriage. Now, if Jupiter is with Saturn, Rahu or Ketu, that also represents separation from your husband, especially in a female's chart. Now, if 7th house lord or 7th house is afflicted, weak or debilitated, then you need to be very careful about it. Or debilitated planets in the 7th house can also bring you divorce in Vedic astrology. Now, the last thing you need to note down here is 7th house Ashtak Varga score. If 7th house is receiving less than 25 points in Ashtak Varga, and its lord, that is 7th house lord, is also receiving less than 4 points in Binnastaka Varga, then that also can give you chances of divorce. Now, coming to section 7, that is the Vimshottari Dasha. So, the Dasha plays a major important role in a person's life for getting divorce. So, the main important Dashas for getting divorce are Rahu, Ketu, Sun, Mars, Saturn, Mahadasha or Antardasha, or during the 6th house Lord, 12th house Lord, 8th house Lord Dasha or Antardasha. Sometimes even 7th house Lord also plays a major important role in bringing divorce, because if it is in bad condition or if it is with 6th house lord, 8th house lord or 12th house lord. Now coming to the section 8, that is the tip of the day video. So if Jupiter is weak, afflicted or debilitated in a person's chart, then don't disrespect your parents, guru, teachers or any other elder than you, and donate education fees to poor children, because Jupiter will help you very much. So this is it for today, guys. If you have any doubt, you can just ask in my comment section below, or if you have any suggestion, so just suggest in my comment section below, so that I'll be giving you the answer. So this is it for today, guys. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe below, or else I'll see you in the next video. That is Planet through Navamsa series in the 6th house of D9 Navamsa chart in Vedic astrology. So if you want any consultancy, you can contact my given WhatsApp number in the screen, or else you can even mail me also. So until unless, thank you, bye bye, love you, take care.